You're listening to the voice, the talent of Teddy Mathews. And, you know, this Christmas was one of his wonderful songs. And at Christmas time, there are gifts. Hopefully, there's going to be a gift in the offing as Teddy makes it to American Idol on Sunday, March 11th.
March 11th.
Yay!
March 11th.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here.
Oh, it's wonderful. You know, come to, I would remember that you were here a few years back.
Yes,
with
it was.
Scott, right?
Yep.
And tell me, what was the name of your band back then?
Who even knows what we were called at the
right.
time? We had so many
Yep.
name changes. You know, we were South Shore Rave, The Rave.
The Rave. That was it. The
Yeah.
Rave. And you still are, right?
In what sense?
In every sense. People are raving about you.
They're raving about me. Yeah, they are. I hope so. I hope so.
So, how old are you now?
I just turned 21 back in November.
Unbelievable. Time just rockets by.
That it does. That it seems too.
How have you been filling the time since we last saw you here?
So much music. Been focusing on that like a laser, honestly. It's probably been about 3 years since we last spoke. So in that time, you know, I've just been honing my craft, you know, working on my skills and my own creative individuality and everything, and working on so many different like avenues as to really explode in this industry and everything like that.
Is it exciting?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, this whole Idol experience has been such a whirlwind and rather surreal at times.
Sure.
You know, like you're standing there and all of a sudden you kind of forget you're in front of Katy Perry for a second, and then it just kind of brings you right back, and
That's
it's like,
awesome.
what's going on right now?
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Where did that journey start? Tell us about it.
Well, I basically became a solo artist over the summer at some point in the middle of the summer, and the opportunity for Idol sort of just kind of fell in my lap, and it had always kind of been something that had sort of been like, I guess, in the back of my mind, you could say, you know, doing the whole competition type route. But growing up, I always was sort of more focused on the more traditional route, you know. But like I said, it kind of fell into my lap, and I just kind of figured, why not? And did my first audition and was pretty successful and kept going through the rounds and made it all the way to the judges, and here we are.
Unbelievable. Teddy Mathews, our special guest, who will be one of the contestants on March 11th.
Yes, March 11th on ABC, guys. Make sure to check it out.
Absolutely. Now, are you going to be, where are you going to watch it from? Do you have any...
I'm not sure. Somewhere in my hometown of Wareham. I really was supposed to keep everything a secret, but because of the way that they filmed the promos, they put me in it multiple times.
I know.
And being from a really small town, everyone pretty much caught on really quickly. Everybody was sharing it on Facebook like, is this you in the promo? And I'm like,
yeah,
maybe. I can neither confirm nor deny. And so that was really interesting. And my hometown really blew up with the whole movement. They threw me this crazy going away party back in January. I had like 300 people there from throughout the community. And there's talk of them wanting to organize like some sort of like watch party at one of the schools or something like that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it really would. Yeah.
To have all of your town family around you and all that beautiful energy.
Yeah, because they've been supporting me for, you know, since I really started my career when I was like 9, you know, singing around town at, you know, Cape Cod baseball games and things like that.
Was that you singing
that would have
the
been
national
me singing the national anthem?
Oh my God!
They call me the little kid with the big voice.
You reminded me of Michael Jackson when he was with the Jackson 5. Remember those years?
Oh, of course, yeah. I grew up singing those songs.
ABC. Oh my gosh. What are you working on now, presently? Do you have any special projects? Any albums?
Right now, the whole Idol situation is my big focus
Okay, yeah.
For the time being. So once that premieres and gain some traction there. We'll kind of reassess the playing field and everything and see what our next move is going to be. But right now, I'm just working on a lot of music, writing, recording, producing, and everything. So, just developing my sound and expanding my catalog and my repertoire and things like that.
Right. The wonderful PR rep from Los Angeles, Lauren.
Yes.
I can't
Shout
ask.
out to Lauren.
Shout out to Lauren. I cannot ask many questions, folks. This is part of the rules of the game, and I respect those rules.
Hey, we got to.
What can you tell us?
What can I tell you? I can tell you that when I did my audition for the judges, I was in New York City.
Okay.
I could say that.
Yeah.
That was a really cool experience.
Were you nervous?
I wasn't nervous at all. I really don't get nervous very much when I have to sing.
Yeah.
It's very natural for me. It's like talking,
I hear you.
And I've been doing it all my life, and it just, it just kind of happens. I get like kind of the anxiety of like, okay, I want to sing. When's it my turn? Can I go yet?
Right.
That's the kind of energy that I get, but it's never like, oh my goodness, am I gonna mess up this note? Is this gonna happen? Because I mean, at the end of the day, whether I make a mistake, whether I sing flawlessly, it's all about, your creativity and presenting yourself the best you can,
Teddy, I'm glad you said that. I want to know.
Yes.
Where do you go to reach into that creative circle? Where is that?
That's always been very natural to me. The older that I've gotten, the more easily I can access that sort of creative energy, if you will. I started writing songs when I was maybe 16 or 17, and I'd say since then, when I started to delve into writing, is when creatively everything just started to happen for me in a more natural way. I didn't have to think about everything that I was doing. It was just my intuition, it kind of came out to me. I just knew what to do and when to do it, basically,
Yes. Because it's an authentic gift inside your
heart. Thank you so much.
That's why, absolutely.
Yes.
And you are music,
Precisely, yeah. Music is who I am as a person. It's in my DNA,
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about, I'm like, geez, what would I do if I couldn't sing? Like, I wouldn't know. I'd be such a different person, I'd be different in personality, in just the way that I move throughout the world, because my voice to me is really who I am. It's who I've always been. So it really is just an extension of myself.
Who sang to you as a kid? Mom, dad? Do you have any relatives?
We have a lot of rather musically inclined people, I'd say, within the family.
Sure.
My mom was a DJ for like 17 years, and she was a drum major in high school. So music was always like really encouraged in my home, and my mom really saw my burgeoning abilities when I was an infant, really. She tells me I took my first steps down a Soul Train line at my first birthday party. It was a double birthday with me and my grandmother. My grandmother still holds it over for me that I stole the show at her birthday party.
Oh my gosh, I can see it now.
And I started choreographing dances when I was like 2.
Yep.
And I'd like pull her aside and be like, "Come on, Mom, I'm gonna show you this dance now." And I do the exact same thing to like my classmates in preschool and things like that. I would literally get everyone to sit down, all my teachers and things like that, and I'd stand on the little steps and I'd be like, "All right, everybody, I'm gonna perform for you now," and they just accepted it as, "All right, that's what we're doing today."
You were a magnet back then.
Oh, definitely. I've got pictures of me with a microphone in my hand at like 18 months old.
Sure. And you know what? There is a gift with having that kind of skill, talent.
Yes, definitely.
To be able to take it in and to give it out in a wonderful way. Teddy Mathews is on his journey, and the journey is taking him to American Idol Sunday, March 11th. Folks, you have to tune in.
You have to tune in, y'all.
All right. In the meanwhile, I don't know if we have a phone guest here. Good morning. Did you want to say hi to Teddy Mathews, caller?
I think I know Teddy's father and Teddy's grandfather.
Who might that be?
Okay, was Teddy's father a stone? Is he a stonemason?
Yes, he is.
And your grandfather?
We all have the same name. Spoiler alert.
Right. We called him Theo.
Yeah.
Theo. He
Yeah.
rode horses, had quarter horses.
Yeah.
And he was a great rider. I'm impressed with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. This is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. I remember being a little kid seeing your grandfather ride horses at the horse
Really?
shows.
Hey, it's
Look at
crazy.
that.
Small world.
Yes, it is.
Now, why do I think that this Christmas is a Tavares song?
No.
They might have covered it at one
Yeah.
point in time. I think the original is Donny Hathaway, I want to say.
Yes.
Oh, that used to sing with Roberta Flack.
Uh-huh. That's right.
Oh, awesome.
He did.
I'm very impressed with you.
Well, thank you very
I
much.
heard you when I was on the road. I said, I got to call him because I always thought that Christmas song was Tavares.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. What beautiful wishes.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Great
let's-
to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. Caller, do you want to say hello to Teddy Mathews?
Yes, I do.
Go right ahead.
Hi, Teddy.
Hey, what's up?
Listen, just wonderful.
This
hearing
voice
your
sounds very familiar.
Yes, very familiar. When you were about 12, I had you perform at one of the Boys and Girls Club dances.
Yeah, yep.
Remember
I have
that?
all
We
the
put you
pictures.
up on the stage.
Yep.
And it was so awesome to see. We used to have these dances for 4th to 6th graders. It happened at the club for over 25 years. And Teddy, when he performed that night, it was like you would think you were in this huge hall with thousands of kids, the way they were just...
Oh, my goodness. It was
hands
amazing.
up in the air, and just so happy to see one of their own. Just really appreciate you, Teddy. And Teddy has a younger brother who is huge.
Yes,
and,
he is.
it's from a wonderful family.
isn't
And
that
Teddy,
nice?
wish you the very best. And
Thank you so
stay
much.
grounded.
Of course.
Yes, absolutely. Keep
All
grounded.
right, good enough.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Okay,
How
God bless you.
beautiful,
Bye-bye.
these wishes are.
Oh, yeah. So touching. So
Yep,
touching.
yep,
It's
absolutely.
been really so beautiful, having everyone kind of, come out of the woodwork, if you will, and give me their best wishes and their best advice and everything.
So-
and that night she's talking about, I completely remembered. I have a ton of pictures from that night. I was like she said, I was like 12 or something like that, and just performed my little behind off on stage at the Boys and Girls Club, and it was one of my first, I guess you could say, real performances,
Yes.
where I was really
Sure.
had choreography and everything
Yep.
like that, and such a fun night. I remember signing autographs for one of the first times.
Oh,
I remember
wow.
I was signing napkins and kids' foreheads and stuff like that. It was so fun.
Well, don't laugh. I'm going to have you sign
Oh,
an
definitely,
autograph here.
definitely.
Are you kidding me? Finally,
Don't have to tell me twice.
do you have to practice?
I've literally been practicing my autograph since I was in 3rd grade. I'm not lying at all. I literally have been practicing my autograph since
How
I was
about singing?
9.
Do you have to practice?
Oh my
singing?
goodness, yeah, daily. I've been working to basically know everything that I can about the way that my voice works and how it functions. Since I started singing, since I was really really young, and really researched vocal technique and good vocal hygiene and ways to keep my voice healthy and things like that. And I find that the best way to become great, is to study the greats and to become a student
Like
of
who?
music.
Like who?
Oh, there's so many. Stevie Wonder is the one of my biggest vocal idols.
Of course.
Prince,
Sure.
Michael Jackson, Beyonce, Mariah Carey, so many. There's so many across so many different genres that have inspired me. Aretha Franklin,
Yep.
Brian McKnight. I could go on for hours, about all my influences and everything. But I took voice lessons for a few years when I was in middle school, and it really kind of opened up my eyes to how, learning good vocal technique is basically the way to unlock all these doors in your voice that you never knew even existed. So,
Right.
I mean, at this point, I can actually, belt higher at 21 than I could at like 13.
How awesome. You know, you're filling this studio with such beautiful energy.
Thank you so much. I try.
And I hope you do the same on the national stage.
Me too,
folks.
y'all.
Absolutely. This is coming up on Sunday, March 11th, ABC.
America's Network.
America's Network, American Idol. Finally, this is one of these philosophical questions. Have you learned anything about life with all the experiences that you've gone through at such a young age?
Oh yes, I've learned so much. Actually, I wrote a song back in I think June or something like that called "Better." And one of the lyrics in it is "Learned so many lessons and lived so many lives."
Oh, wow.
And it really is true, you know, in everything that I've done in, you know, my short, you know, I've been working at this music career for probably about 7-8 years at this point. But I mean, doing that since you were 10, 12 years old is a different story, you know.
Right.
But I've just really learned the importance of hard work, the importance of never letting the word no get in the way, you know, and of just being true to yourself and never letting anybody box you in, and you know, when you're comfortable with who you are and what you're going to become, you know, that's when all the doors in life really start to open up for you.
How absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to take one more phone call before we give you the biggest radio hug this side of American Idol. Hello there, caller.
Good morning, Phil.
Well, good morning. You want to say hello
How
to
you
Teddy?
doing?
Hi. Do you want to say hello to Teddy?
Hi, how you doing, Teddy?
Good morning. What's up?
Not too much. Good weather. The weather's coming in good. That's all that counts.
Very true. Very true.
It. Why don't you hold
Now,
on? Yes, go ahead.
I got one question to ask Phil.
All righty.
Phil, I called you about 2-3 days ago
Yeah.
about the Scholar boat to come in with 100 pounds over.
Yes, let me talk to you
Your gentleman
after our
told you
guest.
there
All
was
right,
a
my buddy?
Diana
We
Jane.
did get the name, and it was, I'll get the name again. I made it public the
not
other
the
day, but we'll get
Diana
that
Jane.
information
Was a
for you
big
in just a
boat.
minute. In the meanwhile, I want you to know how proud we are.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How happy we are. And I know, I mean, I just feel you're rising and you're evolving.
Oh yes. We
And-
rising, we evolving up in here.
Absolutely. and may all the blessings of every single artist that you mentioned
Thank you so much. Thank you.
encircle you. You have our love. I know that Wareham and everybody back home is rooting for you too. Good luck. On
Thank you.
Sunday, March 11th, folks.
Make sure you tune in, guys.
Root for Teddy Mathews on American Idol. We love you, buddy.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.